This game of Commander is brought to you by Birthing Pod. Get born. Welcome to a game of Commander featuring Josh playing his Edric, Spymaster of Trest deck, myself playing my Ghave Guru of Spores deck, Rob playing his Rafiq of the Mini deck, and June playing his Karador Ghost Chieftain deck. Josh starts the game with an opening hand of Tropical Island, Dryad Arbor, Negate, Flying Men, Calder of the Claw, Cloud Sprite, and Moss Dust Changeling. I go next with an opening hand of Kodama's Reach, Evolving Wilds, Reliquary Tower, Nature's Lore, Bayou, Birds of Paradise, and Shield Red Whispering Warren. Rob keeps an opening hand of Factor Fiction, Capsize, Teferi, Mage of Jalfir, Academy Ruins, Mystic Gate, Vivid Meadow, and Adakar Wastes. June goes last and keeps an opening hand of Mosswort Bridge, Woodland Cemetery, Fauna Shaman, Phyrexian Arena, Karmic Guide, Vivid Grove, and Forest. Josh plays Dryad Arbor, I play Bayou and cast Birds of Paradise. Rob plays Vivid Meadow. June plays Vivid Grove. Josh plays Tropical Island and attacks me for 1 with his land. Josh casts Flying Men. I play Plains and cast Kodama's Reach, putting Forest onto the battlefield, and Swamp into my hand. Rob plays Mystic Gate, casts Mana Crypt, and Sublime Archangel. June plays Forest and casts Fauna Shaman. Josh plays City of Brass and casts Cloud of Fairies, untaps 2 lands, and then casts his commander, which unfortunately is Edric. Josh takes 1 damage from the City of Brass. Josh attacks me for 1 with his It's Raining Men. I play Verdant Catacombs and cast Nature's Lore, finding Temple Garden and sack Verdant Catacombs, paying 1 life, and finding Godless Shrine and put them both onto the battlefield. Rob rolls damage during his upkeep from Mana Crypt and plays Adakar Wastes and attacks Josh for 5 with his Archangel. June plays Woodland Cemetery and casts Phyrexian Arena. Josh plays Flooded Grove and attacks June with Edric and Flying Men. Rob with Cloud of Fairies and me with a Forest. June blocks Edric with Fauna Shaman, which June totally has. We each take 1 damage, and Josh draws 3 cards. Josh then casts Phantasmal Image, copying Cloud of Fairies, and untaps 2 lands. Josh casts Cloud Sprite. I play Swamp and cast Elish Norn, Grand Cenobite, putting a damper in Josh's deck. At the end of my turn, Rob flashes Teferi, taking 1 damage from his wastes. Rob plays Tundra and casts Chromatic Lantern and Rafiq of the Mini. Rob attacks me for 12 with Sublime Archangel. June takes 1 damage from Arena and draws an extra card. June plays and sacks Verdant Catacombs and sacks it to find Godless Shrine, taking a total of 3 damage. June plays Magus of the Abyss. Josh plays and sacks Misty Rainforest, finding Island and paying 1 life, and casts Coastal Piracy, taking another damage from City of Brass. I kill my birds during my upkeep to the Abyss effect, play Swamp and cast Shield Red Whispering One. Rob kills Teferi and his Archangel on his upkeep and takes 3 damage from Mana Crypt. Rob plays Academy Ruins and casts Factor Fiction, revealing 5 lands. Rob takes the pile with Maze of Ithne. June takes 1 damage during his upkeep and kills his Magus. June plays Mosswort Bridge and hides away a card. June casts Birthing Pod. Josh plays Mana Confluence. I attack Rob with Elish Norn and Josh with Shield Red, dealing him 8 damage. I play Reliquary Tower and cast Ghave, who comes into play with 5+1 counters. Rob rolls damage and plays Temple of Plenty, scrying 1. June takes a damage from Arena and plays Plains. June casts Phyrexian Delver, returning Magus of the Abyss to the battlefield, losing June 4 lives. June pays 2 life to Birthing Pod the Magus, putting Corpse Connoisseur into the battlefield and Ashen Rider into his yard with the Corpse Connoisseur effect. Josh plays a Biden of Thassa. I remove 3 +1 counters from Ghave at the end of Josh's turn, making 3 1/1 Saprolings. I return Birds of Paradise to the battlefield on my upkeep and cast Roy's Wake, which Josh negates, who really wanted to negate it because he had to pay 2 life to do so. I attack Rob with Saprolings and Ghave, June with Shieldred, and Josh with Elish Norn. Before damage, Rob capsizes Elish Norn and blocks a Saproling with Rafiq. Rob takes 4 damage, and June takes 6. And Josh takes 4. No, he doesn't. I play Corrosion Verge. Rob plays Maze of Ith and Bant Charms Shieldred. I sack Shieldred to Ghave to give him a +1 counter. June takes 1 damage during his upkeep. Also, Rob capsizes Ghave and buys it back. Fearing Massacre Worm from June from the Birthing Pod, I sack both of my Saprolings. June pods a zombie, finding the Chaos the Unhallowed and putting it onto the battlefield. June unearths the Connoisseur and puts Sepulchral Primordial into his graveyard. Josh passes. I play Ghave from my hand. Rob rolls damage during his upkeep. Rob casts Future Sight and plays Rogue's Passage off the top of his library and reveals Mana Drain. June takes 1 damage during his upkeep. June plays Karmic Guide, returning Ashen Rider to the battlefield, exiling Ghave. In response, I make 2 Saprolings. June pays 2 life into Birthing Pod and pods Karmic Guide. The Karmic Guide comes back from Michaelis' ability, getting a +1 counter. Karmic Guide returns Sepulchral Primordial. The Primordial takes Shieldred, Rob's Archangel, and Josh's Phantasmal Image. Phantasmal Image copies Sepulchral Primordial, taking cards including Rob's Teferi. The Birthing Pod finally finds Massacre Worm, killing 3 of my creatures and losing me 6 life. June attacks Rob for lethal with Michaelis, but Rob Maze of Iths the creature, preventing all combat damage. At the end of Josh's turn, I sack my land and put land onto the battlefield. During my upkeep, Josh worldly tutors for an alpha Llanowar Elves and puts it on top of his library. I cast Elish Norn, killing like 2 of June's creatures and returning me my birds from the Idying trigger. I cast Ghostly Prison and pass. Rob rolls damage during his upkeep and capsizes with buyback to Fairy, returning it to Rob's hand. June loses 1 life during his upkeep. Also during his upkeep, Josh activates Biden for whatever reason and forces June's creatures to attack this turn. June BP's Sepulchral Primordial, triggers Undying, and returns only Cloud of Fairies from Josh's graveyard. Untaps 2 lands, and it dies from Elish Norn. Birthing Pod finally finds Craterhoof Behemoth and puts it onto the battlefield. With the Behemoth's ability on the stack, Rob capsizes Sublime Archangel back to his hand. Craterhoof's ability resolves, and all of June's creatures get +9. June Fauna Shamans a creature to find Reclamation Sage. June casts Reclamation Sage, blowing up Ghostly Prison. June attacks all of us thinking he divided enough damage to kill us. Rob mazes June's Craterhoof. We minus everything from Elish Norn and add it back from Craterhoof Behemoth. But doing the math, we find that June indeed has enough damage to kill us, winning the game for Karador.
June, Barlow, Tristan.
Okay. Who again?
June, Barlow, Tristan.
No takes his backsies.
No takes his backsies.